This is a video update of some changes in FMK. I know that I recently abolished the ranking system because it wasn't going the way that I planned it to. But now I'm reevaluating the whole ranking system, and I've come up with something that I am pretty much happy with. And pretty much what motivated me to go ahead and do this certification system is this new concealed carry law with the Illinois, and it makes some drastic changes in the way the training will be at FMK, as well as what's going to happen out there in the streets and what we need to really prepare for. It's really a huge huge change for all people that train in the real martial arts, because concealed carry and the requirements of the state, and what I want to do is I want to take those requirements to the next level with FMK, and that's pretty much what I did with the FMK fitness standards. Is I took it way beyond what the average police officer would have to do. The average police officer would have to do like a power test. All they got to do is just run a mile and a half in a certain time, and then they have to do a certain amount of push-ups. They have to bench press a certain amount of weight. They got to do some sit-ups, and they got to do sit and reach, and that's it. So I wanted to take it to the next level, so I have my own fitness evaluation here at FMK. So as far as the Sifu certification is concerned, the way that I'm thinking about it is just gonna be, you start off as a beginner, and then there's just gonna be the blue and then the black. So there's gonna be the blue rank, which is like on the path to the black rank. But ideally, the main thing is just pretty much aiming for that black rank, which would be the Sifu title, and just meeting up to the requirements of the school and what's expected. So basically, I just added on more to what's expected in addition to what is required for the concealed carry. So I'm going to go over what's required for the concealed carry permit. So that's going to be what is required for the Sifu certification, and then there's going to be more added on top of that. So to get the concealed carry license, you must be at least 21 years old. You must have a valid FOID card, firearms owner identification. You must have not been convicted or found guilty in Illinois or any other state of a misdemeanor involving the use of threat or physical force or violence to any person within the last 5 years. You must not have 2 or more violations related to driving while under the influence of alcohol, other drugs, or intoxicating compounds, or any combination of within the last 5 years. You must not be the subject of a pending arrest warrant, prosecution, or proceeding for an offense or action that could lead to disqualification. You must not have been in residential or court-ordered treatment for alcoholism, alcohol detoxification, or drug treatment within the last 5 years. You must submit a completed concealed carry license application. You must successfully complete 16 hours of firearms training, including classroom and range instruction. So you will need to satisfy all those requirements. So you will need to get the license. You will need to get a firearm in addition. So basically that will all be required. Now, you see, all those things are 5 years. So if you start in this school and say you just got a DUI, or you just got arrested for like domestic abuse or whatever the case may be, you just train in here for 5 years, and by that time, after the 5 years, you should be able to apply for this and get it eventually. So that will be required. You will require to have that license. And then what else I added on there is you must be able to fulfill the FMK fitness requirements for the black rank, which will be a very extensive fitness evaluation. It will have 60 push-ups in a minute, or not 60. I mean, you have to do as many push-ups as you can in a minute, as many sit-ups, as you can in a minute, as many squats as you can in a minute. You have to do you have to barbell squat your own weight a certain amount of times. You're gonna have to bench press your own weight a certain amount of times. You're gonna have to do a certain amount of pull-ups. You're gonna have to be able to perform the middle splits to a certain certain level of proficiency. You'll have to do a lot of, a certain amount of dips. You have to do a certain amount of leg raises leg raises. There's a lot of exercises. Military press you have to do. You have to do bicep curls. There's going to be a whole fitness list of exercises that you're going to have to do. One-arm push-ups as well. So you're going to have to do all these fitness requirements that are required. Front kick hold, side kick hold, horse stance hold, things like that. There's going to be a list and a requirement for the age and gender. Okay? So that's going to be required. You're going to have to fulfill that. You're going to study within the FMK school for 5 years, a minimum of 3 times per week. So you have to study in this school for a minimum of 5 years, 3 times per week. It could be online or it could be directly. You must possess a CPR certification. Alright, and then here are some extra things that I added. You must agree not to compete in sport fighting competitions. You must agree to teach martial art techniques responsibly by evaluating the spiritual growth of each student as he or she progresses. You must agree not to teach martial art techniques to the entire general public online, but to only conduct privately regulated lessons directly to each student. You must agree not to intake alcoholic beverages. You must agree not to take illegal drugs, which includes marijuana. You must agree, or actually you must study and understand the Tao Te Ching. You must study and understand the power of now. You must study and understand at least 10 books related to the spiritual aspects of the martial arts. So you can study some of the Bruce Lee books, some of the books on Zen, things like that. And this certification will expire in 5 years. After 5 years, you're going to have to reapply for your gun license or your concealed carry license, and then you will have to also have your fitness retested to make sure that you're maintaining your own fitness level for that level of development. So this is just basically added on expectations to, to take what is required by the state to the next level. So meaning the state doesn't require you to be fit. It doesn't require you to train in all the other aspects of martial arts. All they care, they don't require any of that. But I'm saying that you have to study here for 5 years and train here and learn all the other combat techniques that involve techniques that, with or without the firearm, in addition to learning that fitness lifestyle and living a healthy lifestyle. So this is what I have so far, and of course things can be added to it, and it may possibly will be added to it. Say for example, I could very easily say you have to study and understand up to at least 10 books related to the spiritual aspects of the martial arts. The people would definitely have to show me the books that they've been reading, or talk to me about the books, or write a book report, or write like a summary of the book, or whatever the case may be. But this, I think, is very more clear-cut and defined of what is expected, and I think it's something that I'm happy with. Something that's not too hard, but challenging enough where it will make you work hard, and not just be satisfied with the mediocre of where, oh, you got a gun and that's it. No, I mean, you got to keep training as well to reach a high level. And I think 5 years of study at FMK is I picked 5 years specifically because that's the amount of time that the state is allowing you to make the transformation within yourself in order to become responsible. So say, you got locked up for beating somebody up, or you got locked up for a DUI, you got 5 years to change your ways and stay out of trouble, and then you can apply for the license and get it. So same here, you know, you got to study here for 5 years. That 5 years is a good amount of time to indicate that you have a good understanding of the teachings within this school. So that is what I came up with, and I'm very happy with that. And as far as the fitness requirements are concerned, I could always make it more challenging if need be. But that things like that, the fitness I can make more challenging, the spiritual aspect I can make more challenging. And to have 5 years to train somebody 3 days a week, I have high confidence in knowing that I could train them to be very proficient in what they do as far as combatively, you know, as far as their expression combatively. So this is the new process for Sifu certification, and that is something that I'm very happy with, and that's pretty much what I'm going to be implementing from now on for those that are interested in that path.